Greetings, Internet. Welcome to Aaron Plays. In this episode, we will be doing turn 2, the Axis turn 2 of Russia Besieged. So, the first steps that occur, and I want to correct a little error that I made in the German play regarding their air bases. I hadn't realised fully that these air bases could stage during the second impulse. So I'm going to do that now. They're available. Now, a minor city can take 2. Okay, there is no other minor city there. These could have gone all the way to Lvov. These actually stage in the second impulse of the first turn. So just flipping the air units over now, ready for the first turn of, ready for the start of the second turn. The air bases can be on either major or minor city. Major city can stack up to 4 air units, minor city 2. They can either stage in the first or second impulse onto a city they control. This one can't get any further than there's no other city in this area. Okay, yeah, that was a little error. Hope you guys will forgive me for correcting that. That wouldn't have affected anything the Soviets would have done on the first turn. So, okay. So we are beginning turn 2. The weather for this turn, I believe, is automatically, so this is June, July, yeah, automatically clear. So no need for a weather dial. Okay, and then we've got the German first impulse now. Let's go through reinforcements the Germans actually have for this first turn, second turn. We can see there's a few units there. Notice some of them say August on them. So they don't actually arrive until the second impulse of this turn. However, these do arrive. Just take those, stick them on the map. The Germans get their first lot of replacements in November. So we've got none of those coming in until November. They get a lot less replacements than the Soviets, which you would expect on an East Front game, to be fair. Right, so Finnish unit arrives in Finland, in Helsinki. Hungarian units, I believe, arrive at Budapest. Okay. And these German units arrive anywhere on East Edge, can move by rail, and do not affect rail capacity. There'll be one little change to that. One of these units I want to move by sea, and it can move by rail initially to a port and then move by sea. So whereas the rest I'm just going to bring straight onto the east edge of the board. But we'll leave those there for the moment. Okay, so what to do with the Germans in this, the second turn of the game. Weather will start to deteriorate, or possibly deteriorate, in the October. So that's in the second impulse of the next turn. So, yeah. Now, we're running roll for weather in the first impulse. I'll know what the weather will be in the second impulse of that turn. So anyway, but this turn is all clear. How far can we go? So looking at these units, Now, the Soviets are defending with 9 in there. That's in a major city or behind the river. That's doubled. That's 20. That's 9. That's 18. So these are quite strong defensive line. But we do have the Stukas, and we need to get through. So how to get maximum odds on these hexes. That's 8. Now remember, if we can get 10 to 1 odds, and the 10 to 1 odds can be brought about with the air support, we can do, it's not an overrun, they don't call an automatic victory in this game, but you've got to get 10 to 1. And then all the units that do achieve that can't move any further. So if they're all behind a river, that's 10, that's 20. They ain't going to get 10 to 1 on that. A unit in the forest. Doesn't do double, just -1 DRM. Advantage of it is obviously the defending, well, say obviously, defending units will be permanently eliminated from the game, as in they surrender. Doesn't seem to be any terrain restrictions other than no, so there doesn't seem to be anything stopping me other than for that forest. So if we can get 10 to 1, that's 9. And we can get 4 Stukas onto that. So we only actually need 6 to 1. 6 9 is 45. 54. Silly 54. If we can get 54 strength in and around that, we can overrun it. We can overrun it, we create the gap. Take out Minsk. I think that's going to be the objective. Let's take out Minsk. Also, the overrun must include overrun, automatic victory. We must also have an armor involved. So, any other restrictions? Yeah, sorry for the pauses, guys. We've got to make sure I'm getting this right. So, yeah, they're on 8 defending. Who said I can't add up? 8 defending. 7 8s, 866. Yeah, 864. I'm just seeing how many air I can get down to a minimum. Let's see how much infantry we can get in and around that particular area. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Can't move any further because the zone of control extends obviously here and here for these units. So that's as far as we can actually push. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, so we've got another 1. Well, actually, it's 2 now. 3, 4. Okay, moving into forest, I think it's only slows down. So infantry, paratroops, and mountain units is 1. All in it's 2. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 10. 1, 2, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15. Plus 10 is 25. Plus 9 is 34. 34 factors so far. We need 48. So we need another 14 factors. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 is 11. Okay, so those 3 hexes there will overrun. Okay, I have to move something at least adjacent to that unit before I can resolve that overrun. Because something must attack those in the combat phase, so there must be something there. So who'll be attacking? Other units will be attacking eventually, but not just yet. Right. So that plus 4 air units. 1, 2. Maximum range from an airbase is 9 hexes. These just get in. 3, 4. So to get an automatic victory requires pretty much a lot of the Axis manpower, as you can see. So for that, permanently removes those from the game. They go to the PW camp. Now we can advance into that hex. That's it. Now I need to mark those hexes as they cannot attack in the end of the first impulse. So what marker can I use for that? We have a blitz. Mark those hexes there. So they cannot be involved in the attack on Minsk. Now we can move through that hex. So, right, Minsk itself, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can get around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Both of those can get to there. We can get to there. One, two, three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. The rivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't get there. Pretty much most of Army Group Centre. I think we need to advance those in there. One of them. Okay. So we're not going to assault across the Divina. That just seems like a route to madness. I want to get around it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we'll move him into their initial advance, and then he can move to their 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we really want to attack him at 1-to-1? Don't think so. We can bring him to attack on Minsk. Right, so we need to bolster this line. And do not have to attack across the river. It's definitely not the aim at present. Okay, so that's the main attack going in around Minsk and such forth. So what to do with these boys? Right, well, the Pripet marshes, awful terrain. 2 movement points per hex. Right, constant front there. Okay, so I think it's time we now hit this unit. And probably this. All right. don't have to attack him in the first impulse because there's a full river there. So got to remember that. Okay. And what to do with these Romanians? Not strong enough to attack Odessa as yet. And that's got 10 in defense. 20. Hold solid line at the present moment. Keep it all pinned down and quiet. Waiting for Army Group South to bust through. That's the theory. Okay, so Ben's got an extra unit. Will this actually tip? See, the thing is, if they move into there, they've got to attack that hex and that hex. But we can get 1 to attack at 1 to 2, and then we would have 8, 16, 3 to 1 against one of them. Okay, well, one of these units, as I said earlier, will rails to a port, so to go to Danzig, and then I want to sea move it to Helsinki. Okay, so that means we've got to go onto the sea movement table. Let's see if I can bring that up for you guys. Sea movement. All right, there we go. Little chart. I've got a roll. It controls its own major base. There's only 3 major bases on the board. That's Königsberg, Leningrad, and Sebastopol. So the Germans do control Königsberg, so that's fine. There's a -2 modifier. Each other port controlled at the start of the impulse. So we have Stettin and Danzig. Total of -4 on the dice. Each destination hex is within 9 hexes of a friendly airbase. It isn't. Destination hex within 4 hexes of the major naval base. Is it within 4 hexes of Leningrad? It isn't. Each other enemy port within 4 hexes of the destination hex. Tallinn is within 4 hexes of the destination hex. You see Leningrad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no, that's a +1. No any air bases. That's not an evacuation. It's a total of net -3. So let's see. Looks like low is good. Roll of 6, takeaway 3 is 3. Sea movement successful. Unit takes 1 step loss. Whoa. Okay. That wasn't so good. The Tallinn reconnaissance cause sub losses. That guy can then move again in his next impulse. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're going to go for it. Right, so the rest of these German units can be brought by rail. Now, the Pullet side is good against partisans, but partisans don't really start appearing until about October. So we'll bring him into Warsaw. However, the rest of these guys, remember, they can't move adjacent to an enemy unit, so they won't be able to be involved in this attack. However, where do we need additional armor? Probably Army Group South. So they all get the extra tank. They can move as far as the railhead. Let me just check that. Yeah, because currently this hex and this hex are under construction. That's as far as he can go. I think we need a bit more German infantry out here. Probably one more. No, we go center, so around there. Let's not leave the police in. Also, let's move them up. There we go. Right, so I think that concludes the German movement phase. So I'm going to return these air because they've been used. Flip that one. Flip that one. They all helped in the automatic victory. Okay. Right, is there anything like, yeah, I don't want those to be adjacent next, then they have to attack. Let's move them there. Definitely don't want any attack there. Could we stage this air any closer? I don't think there's any other cities down in the south there. We can do so. All right, so can we stage this air anywhere else? A unit can stage up to 16 hexes. I'll rephrase that, 18 hexes. But remember, in the stacking of air units currently, it doesn't look like it can. You can't fly and stage at the same time. No. Okay. So we're going to have a big attack coming in at Minsk. Wait a minute, let me just check something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18. We can stage it to Warsaw. Let's do that. So the airfield staged. That means I could use that aircraft in the second impulse. Right. Okay. So where do we actually have to attack? So let's use, we definitely have to attack here. That odds is not correct at the present moment. here. And that's it. That's the only ones we definitely have to attack, because this X, all our forces across the river. Same here. Same here. Here, here, here. That's all we have to attack. Right, so currently there are 8, so that's 16 in defense there. Doubled in the major city. You're available to attack it with, well, that's 12 plus 4 is 16. Plus 14 is 30, 38. Plus 9, 48, 47. That's 47. 16. Ah, the great bean counter has failed again. 47. I need 48 for 3 to 1. Oh well, so it's 2 to 1. So let's chuck in some aircraft. That'll make it a 4 to 1 attack. Okay, 4 to 1. Now, modifiers. So, look at the combat results table. Armor versus non-armor in a hex, so I've got up that, so that's plus 1. So major city, minus 1, so they cancel out. So I think it's about time we use one of our German generals. Be given that plus 1. That's 4 to 1. With a plus 1 on the dice. Let's get the combat results table using the standard table. Okay. 10. Couldn't get better than that. All defending units that are surrounded are surrender immediately. They are surrounded. Didn't need the general, but he was there anyway. So he goes to the spent box. Yeah, so it's 4 to 1. He surrender. Wow. Makes up for all the ones, I suppose. Put those in there. Right. You should turn to their base. Split them over. Okay. Moving along the front. Yeah. We've got 7, we've got 10. Taking 10, we have 8 and 6, 14, plus 5 is 19. And 19 plus 12. 31 plus 7. It's 38. 10. It's 3 to 1. And let's put a couple of Stukas into that. Increase it to 5 to 1. And now then, do we actually blitz there? Currently, dial modifiers, got plus 1 for armor. No defending armor there. Five to 1. We need 6 to eliminate them. There's a 5 to 1 here. Say in advance 1, 6. We need a 10 to eliminate them. We chuck another general at it. Put +1 on the dice. Yep. Hoth gets involved. There's +2. And the results table. 5 to 1 with a +2. 8, 9, 10. They weren't surrounded, so they're eliminated, but they go to the replacements. Ooh. Okay. Well, we can advance into that hex. Right, let's move that off to the side there. So that was the only 2 actual attacks we had going in. So that's the end of the Axis combat phase. So we're now into the second impulse movement phase. All right, so I'm going to remove these AVs because they can now move again. There we go. All right, and we do have 3 further German reinforcements, or Axis reinforcements. These units here. Into the side of the board. Okay. What have we actually got here? So we've got German infantry. I think that one's Italian. And where's Romanian? Romanian. That's Italian. Yeah. Okay. The remaining one can be brought in at Bucharest. The Italian one can be brought on the east edge. And up in the south, and he could be brought on over here somewhere. Okay. Oh, darn it, I didn't do my attacks up here. No way I'm going to make a perfect video of this. Okay, so I've got to resolve it. Yeah, there was an extra attack. So we have 1 Sokov, and we have the other 16 points against 5. So 16 to, that's a 3 to 1. Do the 3 to 1 first. 3 to 1. 5. X2. Both sides suffer 2-step losses. That'll be flipped and gone. Flip. Flip. And then 4 to 5, so that's 1 to 2. Big die roll here. 2. Oh dear, that's not so good. 1 to 2 with a 2, A2. Oh dear, he's got to reduced through. Right, okay. I'm going to advance after combat at that stage. Right, okay. So sorry about that, guys. Again, movement phase. These guys can't move, but these guys can. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, could they got into bloody Leningrad? What am I waffling around here? This is Axis infantry in the second impulse. It's not free movement. So yeah, stop screaming at the screen. You can't do that. Right. Finish. I've got 2 movement points. And that costs additional movement point across the river. They can't get into Leningrad. Okay. That's maximum there. Right. German infantry's got 2 movement points. Just as an aside. Okay, so what can we get to attack this boy? So we can't go there to there. Still zone control stretches across. We can get to there. Can we delve further into? Remember, the arm can move 4, 2, 3, 4. If you can move a maximum of 2, so they can't go any further. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get maximum strength, then hopefully we can push. That's going to be a blitz attack. Right. Can we pin this guy in here? We've only got 2 movement points for the infantry. No. And it costs infantry 2 movement points to get into there. So that's the answer. That is no. We don't want to go adjacent to it because then we're forced to attack it. What is the defense effect of the swamp? Say -1. Okay. So this is our first major city to fall. So we can stage 4 air units there. Okay. So let's actually do that then. Let's attack this boy. I will try to attack there. Two movement points, simply. Okay, so we're going to stage those two A units there. Let's give some air support to the Finns. They might need it. We want to stage. Yeah, let's stage that third one to there. Right, so there's 3 A units available in Minsk for next turn. I'm going to bring him into this attack there. Okay. What to do with army groups south? Kiev is wide open. Can we get in there? 4 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can. 1 armored unit. Oh, is that bad Soviet play? One, two, three. Yeah, we can get in there. Well, oh, we can't. That's still got a base. If that unit there is still a unit, still have to attack it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will do. 1, 2. I don't really want to attack this unit. You definitely want to attack that one. So 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. Okay, so this one's got 4 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two. Okay, so the new units, we all move by rail. Yeah. Move to there. Italian. Again, none of these are really counting against the rail capacity. There. Okay. So we don't want to attack here. We do want to attack here. We definitely want to attack Kiev. That was a mistake by the Soviet player. Okay. I think that's the second impulse movement done. Right. I will start at the top here before I forget. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to 5. That's 2 to 1. It's not a great attack. We do have Mannheim. 2 to 1 plus 1. Bring up the combat results table. 7 becomes an 8. X2. Exchange. Both sides suffer 2 step losses. Two. That's pretty much the fins done. And that's shattered. Blimey. But they're taking out 2, so the Soviets definitely got to do something around Leningrad. Okay. Right. The offensive here. So attacking, we have. Let's see. Okay. 1 to 1, 2 to 1. Okay, so that's 3 hexes, total of 64, so that's 10 to 1. So, did I close that combat results table? I did. Okay, so we're going to do a blitz attack. Okay. +1 because of the armor. Here goes. 8, 9. DE advance 3. So that's pretty much the best they can get. All right, so no, this is not a star. They go to the basement pool. You don't get any star results on there, so they don't surrender. Right, okay, so it's a blitz, advance 3. So we can advance pretty much everybody in that hex. Could mark it with the blitz counter. Maybe I should do. We've got a blitz counter. There we go. Yeah, we can exceedingly overstack there, but I don't want to do that too much. We'll leave an 8-8 there. 5-5 in that hex there. Right. So we can advance 3. Now, the first hex is obviously that one. 2, 3. 2. The infantry can only advance to the hex that the combat occurred in. That gets us across the Vena. Ready for next turn. Yeah, we couldn't get any further than that there. No way. That's the first hex, first and second advance 3, yeah. Okay. Let's come back here. Right. Two lots lines 18, 93, 22 to 5, 4 to 1. 5 to 1. There. But -1 for the actual swamp. 5 to 1 with a 0. X2. So it's a making. That's 2 steps. So the strongest unit's got to take a step loss. Flip. Flip. Not good. Okay. This one. So we've got 4, 6 is 10, 19, plus 12 is 29, 30, 31, plus 7, 38 against 5. 38 against 5. 7 to 1. Now, do we do this on the blitz table? 7 to 1. Or 7 to 1. They've still got 3 steps in there, so I think we'll do the normal fighting table. We're not going to get much. DE advance 3, then he's a 10. Advance 2 will get us to there and pins those guys. Well, not pins, because they can move that way, can't they? Okay, no, we'll do it on the normal table. 7 to 1. No pluses. The armor is carried by the arms. Straight 7 to 1 roll. Fed up with rolling ones. D2. D2. Flip. He's still there. Okay, and then defense of 2. 8 plus 5 is 14. 7 to 1. 2. D3. Which you can take. We've only got 1 step. And as there was a D3, we can advance in there. So I'm going to advance them in there. Well, Kiev has fallen. That was a mistake by the Soviets there. So that ends the combat. So let's do railhead movement. So that now goes to there. That goes to there. Okay. But technically, this goes all the way to there. I haven't been in that hex or that hex, so it can't go to there. Blitz from that hex. Well, I could have done, but no, that'll do. Actually, have I been in? Have the Germans been in that hex? I don't think they have. So that's the railhead there. Okay, that goes to there. That was a little pain for the little devil. Okay. That. We'll complete that. I don't think we need that other one on the board, but then okay, just tidy up a little bit. Delete those. Well, yeah, that pretty much concludes German second turn. Leningrad definitely under threat. Riga line is under threat too. And Kiev's fallen. That was, I should have left a unit in there. Then you can't defend everywhere. Okay, so yeah, that concludes the German second turn. Onwards to the Soviet second turn, which I'll do in the next video. Hope you enjoyed that. Obviously point out any massive errors rules-wise. I said this is only my first time playing, so if I'm making any massive strategic gaffes, well, that's my learning curve. So until next time, bye, Internet.